Okay, so it says that we're recording. Great. Welcome, everybody. Happy Saturday. I have to start out this call just before I introduce myself. I wasn't going to say anything, but I really feel like God is leading me to say this. And so, you guys, last night I went to bed and, I love public speaking, but for some reason when I get on with all of you guys, I'm super nervous because we have so many amazing people on this team. But I woke up this morning with my eyes were completely swollen shut. Like, not even joking, I couldn't see out of my eyes. And I walked out of my bedroom this morning and my husband was like, "What is wrong with you?" So for 2 hours, I sat on my couch with ice cubes and cucumbers on my eyes so that I could actually see you guys today. And I say all of that to say, I am led by faith. I'm a follower of Jesus. I'm not ashamed of it. And I will say it loud and proud. But I want to encourage you guys today to change your mantra, okay? So if you came here today feeling frustrated, sad, disappointed, or whatever you felt, I truly believe that attack on my eyes happened because it tried to shut me up from bringing something to you today. And I was like, not happening, right? So here I am. And I want you to, instead of coming here frustrated, disappointed, angry, sad, whatever is going on in your life, I need you to erase it right now. And in the comment section, because I'm very much an interactive person, I want you to write 3 things that you're happy for or that you're grateful for, because my attack today tried to shut me up to bring you, I don't know who you are, but to bring you something of greatness, good news, excitement, reassurance, letting you know you're in the perfect place at the perfect time. I don't know what that is for you, but I'm just letting you know that you don't have to be, have all these things happen in your life and for that to shut you up to run this business successfully. You can be successful if you're determined to make it happen. So for those of you guys that don't know me, my name is Bobbi Norris. I've been in the industry for 8 years, and I just have to take a second and thank our leadership that we have here. Our corporate staff is truly amazing. Can we get an amen in the comment section for the stimulus package that we have, for the way that they're working so hard behind the scenes to bring us such a powerful convention that's happening next week, which is free and it's virtual. So make sure you guys tune into that and make it a priority to be present. Have your notebook and your pen ready, because there's going to be a lot of great things that are happening next weekend, okay? And besides our corporate staff, which is truly amazing, in 8 years being in this industry, I've never seen a corporate staff actually care so much about the field like the way that they care about us. So if that's not on your gratitude list every day, it definitely should be. And then also I want to thank our immediate uplines, all the way from Judy and Mark. Chris is phenomenal. Every Monday he hops on and pours into us. We've got Ricky, Enrique, Nancy, Melissa, and then my personal enroller, Carly. So thank you guys always so much for allowing me to be my creative self and helping me grow through this journey. So like I said, I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I'm a personal trainer by trade. I love health and wellness and all the things, right? But I have to tell you guys, last year is when I joined this business because I was at one of the lowest points in my life. In 2019 was my wandering year. I like to say it's, the year that I kind of lost everything, including feeling like I wasn't wanting to be a part of this industry anymore. I was questioning myself as a leader. I was questioning my journey. So if this is your very first company, congratulations, because you picked an amazing company. If you're calling this your home for your 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 7th, I don't care how many companies you've been in, congratulations, you made a wise choice. And that's kind of my thing for me personally, is I said yes to this company because we have an amazing product that is changing lives, and it literally picked me up out of my dark hole. And in 3 days after taking it, my daughter, who's now 9, looked at me and she said, "Mommy, I am so happy to have my mommy back." And you guys have to remember, like, I'm a super positive person. I'm a personal trainer by trade. So I have tons of motivation. I motivate other people. I love other people so hard that usually I'm the one who's way up here and I'm bringing people to kind of match me. But at that moment in my life, I was way down, way down in my dark hole. And for my daughter to recognize that, let me know that we have an amazing product that can impact so many people and change so many people's lives. And if you're not taking advantage of it, I highly recommend you get on the train. So I want to share a couple things with you. I'm going to talk about our 4 simple steps, and then I'm going to give tips along the way. Like I said, I've been here since August. I absolutely love the journey that we're on. If you've been here for a while, you know we've had some version changes. We've had all these things happen, but can you give yourself, if you're a veteran, can you give yourself a congratulations, because you have made it. You've made it, and what is coming next week is gonna blow your freaking mind, and I'm so stinking excited. So just give yourself a pat on the back, change your mantra, and just know that there is no better time than now. There is no better time than now for you to step into your calling, for you to step into your strength, for you to eliminate the darkness that may be riding over your head, and for you to touch more lives than you ever have before, because now is the time, okay? So let's start out with our simple system. Number 1, this is how we run our business, you guys. It's 4 simple steps. This is what we do all the time. It doesn't change, it doesn't shift, and I highly recommend.
My baby.
Sorry, guys. I'm a total squirrel, so when people unmute, I'm like, ah. So if I lose track, somebody fill me in the comment section, in the chat, okay? Thanks. Anyways, so we have 4 simple steps, and they're very effective, but they still require you to work, you guys. This is network marketing, okay? It's not net wishful marketing. It's not net sit back and collect a paycheck marketing. It's network marketing. It requires you to show up. It requires you to put in the effort. It requires you to work, whether you're doing a part-time or full-time, it doesn't matter. You know, my goodness, we've got a lot of naughty people today, as Chris would say. Okay.
Bobbi Joe,
Yeah.
go to your meeting settings and click mute upon entry, and you won't have that problem anymore.
How do I do that, Kiri?
Click the 3 buttons, or the 3 dots that says more, and then click meeting settings, and right on the screen it should say mute upon entry.
I don't have it just says live on Facebook, live on
I'm sorry. Maybe if Chris is listening, he can do it.
Okay, but thank you for that tip. See, she's full of tips. There, you got a tip on top of a tip. Okay, so number 1 is be on the product, you guys. You have to be taking the product in order for you to know the impact that it can have in your life. You know, our goal for the world, especially right now, is to create happiness. And how do you know how the product is gonna make you feel and what it can do for you if you're not on it? So I'm gonna go back to my story. When my daughter looked at me after 3 days and said, "Mommy, I'm so happy to have my mommy back," it immediately lit a light bulb in my head that said, more moms need what we have. And how would I have known that? How would she have known that if I wasn't actually a product of the product? You guys, we are walking billboards for our business. You know, I'm not saying that you have to go out and get all the swag and you have to do all the fancy cups, nothing like that. I'm not saying you have to be perfect, but your best story is going to come from your own personal testimonial. You know, people buy people. They don't buy products. People are not buying the product because of something that you said, oh, you know, a bulletin, it gives me energy. Okay, but what did that energy mean for you? What did getting your life back mean for you? Like, you have to experience that. And when people see what it's doing for you, because people are watching all the time, whether they comment or don't comment on your things, people are watching. And when you continuously, you know, walk your billboard around and you take your products and you show up and you do the things, right? People are going to be like, all right, Melanie, what is that thing that you're doing? Because you just look so different. Like, I don't understand, you know, what's going on in your life, but I just see the joy in your eyes. And that comes from using your product, right? So that's number 1, be a walking billboard, take the products and be happy, you guys. That's what our products do, is they make us happy. So if you're not taking your products and you're not feeling happy, then I encourage you to do that, okay? Number 2, yes, Jasmine, got my supply in now. Whoop, whoop, get it, girl. Number 2, share your story. We have to be story collectors and storytellers. I learned that a long time ago. We have to be professional storytellers. Your story, you guys, may be really ugly right now. That was my 2019. My story was very ugly. But guess what? I found a product and I changed my story around. I changed my mantra. I changed the way that I approached every day. I changed the way that I was speaking in my own head. I changed the way that I allowed things to come into my life. And you guys, it came from a cup of coffee. Believe it or not, like it really did. It came from a cup of coffee and a really simple pill that I call my silent blessing, because it is my silent blessing. And I took it every day and it completely transformed my life, okay? So if I just went onto Facebook and I was like Chris says, don't be a weirdo. So if I just went on to Facebook and I was like, oh, hey guys, this product gave me more energy. And I'm just gonna do a demonstration right here. And I'm holding up, you know, the bottle, right? The tub. And I'm like, this product gave me more energy. What would that do? Would you stop the scroll and be like, okay, great. That's wonderful. I wonder what that is. Or if I went onto Facebook and I used my story, I collected my story, I became a professional storyteller, not a perfect one, but a professional storyteller. And I put my story on Facebook and I said, this is what, you know, you post a problem and then you give them a solution. And I went onto Facebook and I said, you guys, I was at the lowest point of my life. I had no energy. And for someone like me, being a personal trainer and wanting to go to the gym every single day, I was at a point where I no longer wanted to even get off my couch. And this cup that I take every day is magical, because not only did it give me energy, but it empowered me enough to get off my couch to go and get back to life. Would that story stop you, or just the one where I'm like, hey, here's more energy? Which story would stop you? The first one or the second one? I'm curious. Put it in the chat. So yeah, I see you, Fiorella, too. Number two, the second one is more impactful. It's more meaningful. I gave a problem and then I solidified it with a solution that's working for me, right? And that's all you have to do. It doesn't have to be drawn out. It doesn't have to be super like crazy amazing. It's just your story. And if you're not sharing your story, I encourage you to figure out what the product has done for you, what it is doing for you, and put it out into the world, because people need your story, you guys. Without sharing your story, you are missing out on using your story to change someone else's. What if your story was the story that completely changed someone's life, right? And so when you share your story and you put it out there, that's called attraction marketing. And when people are attracted to what you're doing and what you're saying, number two is share your story and use a script. Our script is really simple. Hey, Melanie, do you drink coffee? And I'm using Melanie because I see her on my screen. And Melanie's gonna be like, yes, girl, I drink coffee. And I'm like, have you heard of that happy coffee that everyone's talking about? Oh my gosh, girl, it's amazing. So you have to be excited. Be excited. You can't put up this powerful story and be like, hey, Melanie, do you drink coffee? Have you heard of that happy coffee that everyone's talking about? Because how can I be a robot and not have excitement if this product is truly changing my life? Your excitement sells, you guys. Your energy has to be excited and powerful and impactful, right? Your energy should match what the product is doing for you. And if you're saying the product is changing your life, then you better mean it, right? You better bring it. You better show up with that flame and that fire and light up someone else's life, right? Number two, share your story, use the script, very simple. I just went over the script. Did y'all hear that? Hey, Melanie, do you drink coffee? Yes, I do. What is our, oh, see, guys, I'm telling you, I'm a squirrel. Somebody unmutes and I'm like, what? Hey, Melanie, do you drink coffee? Yes, I do. Awesome. Have you heard of that happy coffee that everybody's talking about? It's freaking amazing. That's the script. And then number three is you share a tool. Everybody has their own prospect pages, right? So get them into whatever prospect pages. It's called add, tag, message. I shorten it for ATM, add, tag, message. And you're going to fit. Here's the thing, guys. When you are talking to somebody who is interested in what you're doing, a little tip that I want to give you is figure out what attracted them. Hey, Melanie, do you drink coffee? Yes, I do. Oh my gosh, have you heard of that happy coffee that everyone's talking about? It's freaking amazing. No, I haven't. Oh, girl, what attracted you to that post? What part? You got to tell me. That's just something that I do because now I'm going to know what Melanie was attracted to on my post. And if she's like, I need more energy. I'm dying over here homeschooling my 2 kids and I'm exhausted and I'm stressed out. And I'm going to say, okay, cool. So when I go to add Melanie, invite Melanie to our prospect page, which is sharing a tool, I'm going to search for things that talk about anxiety, talk about energy, talk about the things that Melanie shared with me, and I'm going to tag her in those posts because your goal is to figure out what people need from you, why they were attracted. You can add Melanie to the page, but if you don't have a reason or a knowledge of what Melanie needs from you or this product, then you could really you could drop the ball, right? You could really drop the ball in how this product could totally impact her life. So I don't know about y'all, but our product page is transformational. There's tons and tons of stories on there. There's so much power in that page. So the page is amazing in itself because it really helps you not have to be the expert. It really helps you not have to know anything, which goes to number 4. This is our 4th one, and that's passing the ball. You don't need to be the expert, guys. You don't need to know everything. Some of us love to just go and have fun. Some of us love to just love on other people. Some of us love all the science behind the products, and some of us just love to, impact people's lives in a way that's going to help us grow our business, right? Hold on. Somebody unmuted. I got you. I'm going to get really good at this apparently by the time this is all over. So you don't have to be the expert. You don't have to know everything. You don't have to know the science behind it all. You guys, I've been here for a while and I still don't know all the ingredients. I think Gabrielle is the only person who knows all the ingredients and everything and knows all the knowledge behind all the ingredients. So whenever I have a question, I'm going to go into my prospect page and look for some knowledge. But also, passing the ball is huge, you guys. If somebody wants more information about the business, you don't have to be like, oh, well, here's how we get paid, and here's this, and here's that. You can say, you know what, I don't know about all that, but I'm going to get you on a Zoom with my leader because this is going to change the way that you see things. She can answer your questions. He can help you see what we're doing here that's so different. I don't know about all that, but here, let me go ahead and tag you in something. I don't know about all that, but here, let me get you the information. I don't know about all that, but here, let me get you the website. You guys, it is okay to not know everything. You think that the CEO of Target knows exactly what is down every single aisle of every single store? The answer is no. He would probably have to go look it up on, some type of website and then get the answer. It's okay to not be the expert. I encourage you to not let not knowing something stall you from progress in your business. Because if you feel like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do, I don't know what to say, I don't know how to answer that, pass the ball. That's all you have to do, pass the ball, right? Okay, so just to recap really quick of our 4 steps, because I know I added a lot in between there. Number 1 is be on the product and be happy, okay? Take your products. Number 2, share your story and use the script. The script is very simple, and when I first started, you guys, I was like, that script is stupid. Because it seemed so simple, and I've been in companies before where it was like you had to say all these things and you had to have this long paragraph, and it was literally, hey, do you drink coffee? And I was like, what is that? Does this really work? And you guys, I used it from day 1 because my leaders told me it worked, that it was effective. And now I don't know how to say anything else. It's part of who I am. It's part of what I do every single day. And I absolutely love the script. So if you feel uncomfortable, use it because it works. Get over yourself and just use it because it works, okay? Number 3, share a tool. And so that could be your prospect page, your business page, whatever that looks like for you, right? And then number 4 is pass the ball, okay? So I want to share some tips with you guys, and I'm not going to be here too long, so this is your Saturday morning or afternoon. Thanks for showing up with me, but I'm not going to take up too much of your time. So if you are super brand new, one of the things that I use is this IPA chart, income producing activity chart, because sometimes the thing is people don't really know where to start. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to grow their network on social media, which is mostly what we do. Not everybody. Some people do events and parties and, they go house to house, and that's fine. But for me, I mostly grow on social media because I'm a busy mama, right? And so this income producing activity chart, hold on, guys. Hold on.
He doesn't.
Whew. Guys, telling you. Now I see what Chris means by all you naughty people. So this is the income producing activity chart. If you're in the Team Rise Ellepreneur page, it's in there. If you just search my name, this chart will pop up. And this helps me every day to stay accountable. And there's simple tasks of things that I've done over the years, over and over and over, because consistency works, right? And if you are brand new here, I am going to stop and pause for a second and say, listen, growing your business is like losing weight, right? It's not going to happen overnight. You can't jump on the treadmill and run 3 miles one day and the next day wake up and be at your dream goal pant size, right? It takes consistency. It takes, determination. It takes doing the things over and over and over and then growing on the things in order to get the result that you want. So the income producing activity chart is a great way to start. I'm not going to go through it per se, like one by one. I'm not going to go through the lines one by one. Go and print it off and use it for yourself, or don't. It doesn't matter, but this is something that I do every single day that helps me to stay accountable. So when I put my head on my pillow every night, I know that I showed up for my business in a powerful and effective way, and I didn't get stuck in the scroll. Okay. So Mary, you can get the chart in the Team Rise Ellepreneur page. So if you just search my name, it's going to be in there. Okay, so the IPA chart, that's something that I do every single day. I have for years. It's helped me grow my business. It's helped me grow my network. It's helped me grow just confidence in myself, right? Doing the things every day is part of getting the result that you set out to achieve when you said yes to being a part of network marketing or this business, right? The second thing that I want to share with you are stories. So last week, Kiri talked on stories and how she does a clickbait photo in the very first photo in her stories. I do the same thing. I have for a long time because it works. When that little photo out of the whole line of photos, and that one photo is like, what the heck is that? You want it to be a photo that makes people stop and have to click what you put up, right? That photo can be something funny. It can be a recipe. It can be a dish of your favorite food. It can be a meme. It can, whatever you think is going to stop your audience to click your story. That's what a clickbait photo is. And that's what I use for the first picture. And then I load all of my sequence at the same time after I put that first picture up. So I'll put my first clickbait photo up, and then I don't wait an hour to put my next photo up, or then another hour later I put my next photo up. I load all of my stories at the same time. So I usually do anywhere between 6 to maybe 8 stories at a time. They're not all business related. They're not all product related, but every single day I will make sure that there is something business or something product with a poll in my stories, because stories is where it's at, guys. If you feel like your Facebook interaction is lower, I encourage you to pound out work in stories. People are going to stories more than they're going to Facebook posts. It's just the way that it works. And the beautiful thing is, the more you interact on other people's stories and the more that you are present on stories, the more conversations get rolling in Facebook Messenger. And Facebook Messenger is still linked to Facebook. So if you ever get, going on your stories and you start having all these conversations, next thing you're going to see is that those people are now showing up on your timeline on Facebook. And maybe you haven't interacted with them on Facebook, but you have in stories. And you're going to be like, what the heck is that? It's because they're linked. And when Facebook sees that you're active with, Fiorella, and I'm talking to her every day, and they're going to be like, well, let me show Bobbi Joe Fiorella's stuff because they're obviously friends. They're obviously connected. I'm going to go ahead and connect them on the timeline. So a little tip is if you have a specific person that you want in your business, like the chicken list thing, which maybe you guys have a chicken list or not, I encourage you to make sure you check out and interact on their stories every day. Because if you're doing your timeline right, they're going to ask you questions. If you're doing your Facebook stories right, they're going to interact and want to be a part of what you're doing or want to know more about your product. So it's a great way to connect the two. You guys follow what I'm saying? Also, I do intentional placement of polls. So I take the poll and I intentionally place it where people have to swipe their finger. So where they swipe their finger or they tap the screen to go on to the next picture, I intentionally place my poll right in that spot. There's a reason behind it. It's because first and foremost, I want to have interaction on my polls. It makes a difference in your stories, all the things, you guys know that. But number two, let's say Lauren, she doesn't really ever talk on my stories, but I see her interacting on my stories all the time. And I'm like, Lauren looks like she would be really great in our team, in our business, all the things. And then one day she accidentally taps on the poll. I'm still going to message Lauren. Every single person who comments on my poll, I message them. I say, hey, Lauren, oh my gosh, I saw that you clicked whatever the option was, clicked for more info on my poll. I'm super excited to get you more info. But hey, wait, did you mean to click that? LOL, bunch of laughing faces. And Lauren's going to be like, oh my gosh. Some people will say no, right? Some people are going to be like, no, I didn't mean to click it. I'm so sorry, girl. And guess what? It's okay. No big deal, Lauren. How are you? How are things? How's quarantine going? Are you staying sane? And I start the conversation with Lauren. And then guess what? It goes back to my previous point. Facebook now sees that Lauren and I are having a conversation in Messenger. And now Facebook is going to link me to Lauren on my timeline. So now I'm going to see Lauren on my timeline, even though she didn't mean to click my poll. Do you guys see what I'm saying? It's no big deal, Lauren. Girl, how are you? How are things? How's everything going? And then she'll start to see my stuff and I can start to see her stuff more on my timeline. So that's why I intentionally place it. Don't be afraid to message the people who are like constant intentional. Be like, girl, you keep clicking my poll. I think your Facebook Messenger is telling you that you need to have a sample of our happy coffee. Let me send you a sample because obviously you keep clicking my poll and then it's like, ha ha ha, that's so funny. Okay, send me a sample. Do you guys see how simple that is? Like, it's simple. Just have fun with it. Be yourself. Don't be afraid of people. If you truly believe in the product and what we have here to offer in this company, talking to people is not a chore. You shouldn't be afraid of it. Some people will say yes, some people will say no, and all I can tell you is you gotta ride on that treadmill until you get the result that you want. You can't get off too soon. You can't be deterred by people who say yes or no or all the negativity that's happening in the world right now. You have to be on your treadmill until you reach the goal of what you wanted when you started on your treadmill. Does that make sense, guys? Are you with me? So last tip of the day, and then I will be done, I promise. And if I missed your questions in the comment section, you guys can feel free to message me. I'm open to helping, whatever. If I covered something and you're not really sure, just shoot me a message. But I hope you guys are getting value out of this. Last I want to say is 2 weeks ago, shout out to Chris because he brought Todd Falcone on one of our Mindset Monday trainings. And if you guys weren't on that, I highly recommend you go back and watch that because it's super impactful and it's so powerful. And that training really blessed me in such a powerful way. So again, thank you, Chris, for setting that all up for us. But through that particular training, I got connected with Todd in this training that we're now taking outside of, you know, the Mindset Mondays. And one of the things that Todd talked about was the pause. How many of you guys just, those I can see, how many of you guys pause in your business? How many of you guys pause when you message people? Or how many of you guys are like, I'm going to do this today, but you don't really do that? How many of you guys are like, okay, I'm going to start today, or I'm going to do that today, or I'm going to message 5 people today. And then like the pauses happen in your business. They happen in your life. They happen because, you know, your kids need you, or your house needs you, or, you know, you've got this, that, and the next thing to do. How many of you guys pause? Because I'm super guilty myself, super guilty. And when Todd shared this with me, it completely shifted in my head. And I hope that it does the same for you, because what we have our hands on, you guys, is pure gold. And you have to understand that your pause is keeping you from not only changing someone else's life, but it's keeping you from changing your own. And how many of you guys came here to change your life? Whether it's to impact your family with products, impact financially, impact freedom of time, you know, impact your community, whatever the case may be, your pause is keeping you from doing just that, right? So I want you to take a second and check yourself. I want you to take a second, because if you're not sure what to say to people, we have step 2. It's called use the script. If you're not sure where to start, we have the income producing activity chart. It's very simple. If you're not sure how to answer people's questions, it's step 3. It's use a tool. Or step 4, pass the ball. You don't have to be the expert. And here's what I'm going to share with you. The pause is creating excuses in your life that are ruling your world. And when you pause, your excuses are winning. Whatever the excuses may be. Your business could be ran in power 30s. They could be ran in 30 minutes a day, multiple times a day. They could be ran full-time, part-time, it doesn't matter. But the pause is halting you from starting, it's halting you from continuing, and it's halting you from finishing. So this work, what we do, is not easy, but it's simple. We have a simple system, and the 4 simple steps that we use should never create a pause in your business. It's not hard to get people to, you know, add into your prospect group. It's not hard to reach out to somebody and say, hey, Fiorella, you know, girl, I absolutely love your energy. I'm so excited that we're connected on Facebook. Hey, I just wanted to ask, is it okay if I send you a free sample of what we're doing here? Or don't ask. Be like, hey, Fiorella, you know, that's your terminology. But hey, Fiorella, I'm super pumped about what we're doing here. I'm sending out free samples today of our product, and you came to my mind. I would love to shoot you a sample. Give me your address, right? So samples are key. Getting samples in people's hands are transformational. My first month that I was here, I sent out like, I don't know, a ton of samples, so many samples. I don't even know how many I sent out. And you guys, I still send out samples all the time. My second month here, I signed 56 customers. So if you don't think samples work, they do. But why do you pause when you know you have your hand on gold to reach out to somebody, to offer them our product as a solution, to offer them our business as a solution? So the simplicity that we have here answers your questions. The simplicity that we have here, you know, erases your excuses. And all you have to do is rinse, wash, rinse, repeat. That's all you have to do. Wash, rinse, repeat. In order to get great, you have to have that repetition in your life. It's not about perfection. It's not about who has the prettiest picture. It's not about who stands the best, because y'all, I can't pose to save my life. I never know what to do with my hands. I feel like Will Ferrell in that movie where my hands keep rising up and I'm like, I don't know what to do with these things. You guys, listen, it's none of that. But the thing that you can do is make fun of that. Put a post up, be transparent, be real with your audience, talk about the things that are happening in your life, impact someone's life, and stop pausing, because the pause is only holding you back. And when the devil gets control of that pause turns into doubt. And that doubt then turns into a hamster wheel of, well, maybe I can't do this. Maybe it's not for me. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just my business. Maybe I'm not pretty enough. Maybe I'm not good enough, right? How many of you guys have had that hamster wheel before? And the only thing that you can do is to crush that hamster wheel is eliminate the pause, go and do the 4 steps, and show up every day with a heart to change other people's lives. So that's all I have today. Happy Saturday. I hope you guys have a great day. Don't forget about next week's convention. It's a virtual event. I hope that you guys enjoyed this training. I love you guys, and that's it. I think I have the power to control it now, right? I gotta go change my shirt. I'm sweaty.
Awesome talk, Bobbi Joe.
Thanks, you guys.
Thanks,
Have-
Bobbi Joe.
Amazing.
Awesome, Bobbi Joe. Thank you.
Thank you, Bobbi Joe. Thank you, Bobbi Joe.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's always great. Love listening to you. Great job, girl. Great job.
Bobbi Joe.
You're amazing.
Joe,